Hello, good evening, and welcome to the stream. Yes, we're live, and if you're watching the video on YouTube, hi all, and welcome to the video. Yeah, it's nice to see you all. Let's do the social medias. Let people know it's alive. And then we need to do... giveaway reset. There we go. Reset the giveaway for everyone. Right. So, did log in a couple of minutes early there, and what I've done is simply go and get some buffs, etc. How is the stream looking? Is it functioning normally? I believe it is. Yes, good stuff. Okay, right, we're out at 1440p. We're all buffed. I found there was another buff bot. I'll show you now. Let's go to the live screen. There we go. Yes, there he is. Old Welsh bearded person. Yeah, new buff bot over here. Kind of cool. Right, well, let's grab some daily missions. I was sort of semi-hoping that it would be Halloween by now, but it's not. But then again, what's the actual date? It's only the 14th, isn't it? It's usually the late teens-ish that Funcom switch on the Halloween. It's like literally a switch. It's like hardly ever any sort of patch or anything for the game when you log in. Applying for a job. Straightforward, please. Scooplet Outbreak. We meet again. We'll get a prisoner daily. Talk to Warden Istanis. Warden Staines. And an Alien daily, of course. What did we get for the Alien daily? We got... terminate the alien cocoons. Okay, we shall. Let's get that one done first, seeing as getting there is fairly rapid. Can we land on the thing? Yes! Ooh, that could have been quite painful looking at it. Yes, it could. I always try and land on the post itself. So, yeah. Right, let's go. Who's going to be the first entry? That'll do. Giveaway is now open. Good stuff. Oh, Pet's found someone already. And I'm tired this evening, but I have decided it is time. Hang on. Let me share with the chat. A small tin of beer. Yes, we will. There we are. Right, usually when I do this mission... at this level, I don't usually bother killing any of the mobs, but I'm going to this time. Yeah, usually I run in, try and blitz and kill all the cocoons, and then run out again. That's usually my go-to. Depends how tanky your character you're playing is, but yeah. Right. Terminate. These things are not too... The actual larvae, kind of weak, so not massively worried about them. So we'll pop them one after the other. The thing they're most likely to damage is the heal pet, to be honest. So how is the chat doing? How is your weekend progressing so far? Or are you going out a little later this evening? Any plans, anyone? I remember really looking forward to weekends when I was younger. I didn't work on weekends. And yeah, weekends were all about... used to... God, when I was young, you used to get paid weekly. So at the end of the week, you get paid on Friday. You go out for a quick drink on Friday, and then... But Saturday was like the proper big day out. Or the big night out, you know. And then I started going out gigging in bands and stuff, you know, on the guitar, etc. And yeah, weekends just became not a thing. Because that's when you were playing gigs, you know, you were working. Lady Sky Cannon, welcome to the stream. Singapore, ahoy, ahoy, welcome. Victoria. Evening, Carl. Found myself back in AO this weekend after a long break. Discord was very quiet, so I thought I'd check in and see how your stream was doing. Join my Discord. I'm not on the official Discord anymore. I left it. It was no moderation, and it was just we seem to have this conversation every stream, but it just turned into a kindergarten, which is fine. But, you know, you can only stand in a room full of screaming kids for so long, can't you? You know, so, yeah. My Discord is, yeah, and any PvP BS or any of that, 100% not tolerated. Invite people, copy. Yeah, I should make a macro for that. There you go. That's mine. It's just, you know, simple rules. Don't be a dick. Basically, that's sort of it. Yeah, I think that's what's happened. I mean, Savik left. She was one of the first people I really noticed that had left, because Savik used to be... she was on the server every day, and she'd say hi when she came on, and she'd help people with questions and stuff all day long, and links, and, you know... And I'd kind of do the same, and it was a nice community sort of atmosphere, and it was fun, you know, and sharing jokes and memes, and, you know, it was good stuff. And then over time, it sort of devolved into a screaming match between a bunch of idiots, essentially. And Ark did moderate, which made it bearable because they would sort of come down on such things quite quickly. And then, of course, when Ark was not count, but when Ark came to an end, however you want to describe it, they no longer had the moderation rights either on the thing, so we were completely reliant on actual Funcom employees who only pop onto that server now and again. So yeah, it's a shame, but excuse me. Yeah, oh, I'm having a beer, by the way, so you're very good health, everyone. Oh, mind you, those invite links they time out, don't they? So no point creating a macro with the bot for them, because next time I hit it, it'll have expired. So yeah, okay. Yeah, there's nothing special. I haven't really done much with it. There you go. That's mine. It's not even like it doesn't have got a banner or anything. Hey, look, there you go. Wave to say hi. Wave to say hi. There you go. That's all it is. It's just like a little server. That's all. Me, the boss, you know. And we've just got general talk about food, character builds and whatnot. Images, that's for memes and stuff. It's just, you know. And then you've got a voice chat. I'm not dropping in just yet, but yeah, if we're going to have a podcast kind of vibe going on, that's there. And then announcements are just you know, whenever there's a stream or a new video relating to AO. That's it. That's all it is. You know, nothing special. Yes, you can post videos. Yes, you can, you know, I mean, keep it work safe at least. Keep it life safe at the very least. There we go. Sub for a month to get me nostalgia hit. Sure, I'll run into the same frustrations that took me away last time. Well, yeah. I mean, the game is the game. I mean, that's the truth of it all, isn't it? Is the game is always the game. And if something about the game frustrates you, it will always frustrate you until it's changed, and the truth is it's probably not going to change. I think we know that now, don't we? But yeah, even so, I mean, even I took a couple of years break, not long after my son was born, in fact, you know, because just babies are hard work, and I'm working full-time hours, etc., and quite long hours at that. It was quite exhausting. And I would still make random Froob accounts, make an MA, and then run around, you know, get as far as the you know, like the subway or something, just running around, having fun. Just generally gooning around. Just for that. Scratch that itch, because nothing else quite scratches that itch, does it? I've been watching the eclipse in the US on YouTube, yeah. You've seen a real one though? We had one in the UK about 20 years ago. Do you remember that? Were you around for that one? It was a similar one. It was like a partial, yeah. It's like, it was either very early 2000, no, I think maybe in the 90s even. I remember it anyway. It was memorable. Yeah, I mean, that's it. AO is unique. Nobody makes games like this anymore, so, you know, if you want to play this type of game, then, you know, I mean, I don't know if EverQuest is still going, apparently, and still quite popular, but I never played it, so it wouldn't feel like nostalgia. It would just feel like playing an old game, whereas 21 years ago, here I was, playing Anarchy online, you know, so. The cardboard slit thing, yeah, there was all sorts. Actually, well, the last partial eclipse, I took some pictures. Let me just see if I can find any. They were on Flickr, and I can't log into my old Flickr anymore, because I had a Yahoo yeah, here's my Flickr. Oh, that's when I was doing some groundwork in the garden and laid all that. There's our dog. Well, he's about 10 years ago, so he's still a pup though. And this is my in-laws' garden. They just wanted some nice pictures taken. Firework night? No, not my backyard. This is doing long exposure. I've got the Pleiades, like in Orion's belt. The moon, yeah, here we go. Oh, that was the meteor shower there. We can see. Pew! Caught one. But yeah, I got some pictures of the partial eclipse with a proper camera, so... This is just bizarre when you're there. Yay! And that one. And then my old band, I did some promo pictures for them. That's our dog when we first got him. How cute was he? How cute a puppy was he? Hey? You know, he's still got the straw on him from the farm. And these are well, that's my lad and my nephew going to the zoo when, oh God, this is about 50, well, yeah, it's about 12 years ago. That's a jaguar. Anyway, yeah, so there you go. Yeah, it's not an easy shot to get, but I'm quite handy with cameras. I know how to use a DSLR camera. So, yeah. once you know about it, I mean, you can just YouTube how to take pictures of an eclipse with a DSLR, and you'll get a ton of advice. Main thing is having a neutral density filter in front of your lens to really reduce the amount of light that's coming in. That's a lot of it. It's saying when you're taking pictures of the moon, if you've got manual control on your phones, if you're doing it, the trick is set it for sunny day. Because remember, when you're photographing the moon, you're photographing raw sunlight hitting the moon and then bouncing through the atmosphere back to us. So if you set all the exposure and everything for sunny day, you'll actually get a decent picture of the moon. Case in point, I think there's one or two. Yeah. That's handheld with a telephoto lens. And then if you look at the EXIF data, if you don't know what EXIF data is, so there you go. f5.1 at 150 millimeters on a telephoto, ISO 100, no flash. There you go. All there. That's what I used to like about Flickr. If you wanted to try and figure out how they'd taken a picture, you could just read the XF data and there it was. Something that's as faint to a camera as the Aurora, you need quite a long exposure. The longer your exposure, the more light hits the sensor or the film, depending on what kind of camera you're using. Although most are digital now. So if you put it on a tripod and set for a 10-second exposure, you'll actually catch quite a bit of light from the Aurora. But you will also catch much brighter, in terms of luminosity, things like cars and what they call light pollution is, street lights reflecting light up off the ground. From the point of view of the camera, is much brighter light. So if you find somewhere that's generally quite dark and there's no cities or, street lights or road lights in anywhere nearby, you can generally get it. I've become a born-again clanner. Well, that's it. I think I was 50-50. Gonna go Omni, gonna go clan. But I used to watch the intro movie when I started the game, and I was like, nah, I want to be clan. Just based off the intro movie. As we sail through here, got a clan NT soldier and a baby fixer. All good stuff. It doesn't, to me, I don't really mind, or have any opinion about any side you choose to play in a game that's entirely fictional. It doesn't really matter. Playing the same game, that's the way I look at it these days. Now, you might argue, well, you can have different groups of people in those factions that interact with each other more regularly, so you will end up with slightly differing social aspects to those two sides, but not by much. You're both groups of people that like to play 21, 22-year-old games, so not really. It's not that different, You're getting judged for it. Well, that's... Oh, it's doing the weird thing. I don't know why it gets this. I don't know if you can see. This isn't the stream stuttering. This is the computer stuttering. Yeah, sometimes I zone into Milky Way. It's doing it now again. And I suddenly get absolutely terrible frame rate. I've no idea why. There's no real load on the system. Let me just... try and show you now. Yeah, I mean, streaming. I mean, oh no, it's gone back up now. Oh well, never mind. Trying to show you something and it fixed it. It's like when the doctor's away, or when you get to the doctors or the dentist and the symptoms stop. Yeah, it just suddenly drops to like 2 or 3 frames a second, and yet nothing's under any kind of undue load. And it only does it randomly. Just so bizarre. We has a prisoner. There we go. Right, let's drop out of quantum wings and summon pets. Let's go. Yeah, I know people who play on both sides. You know, on all sides. They play neutral, they play clan, they play omni. You know, someone's got a problem with it. You've got to remember that it is they own that problem, not you. So, yeah. You know what I mean? It's not a you problem, it's a them problem. Accounts with Shadowlands, I almost always play Omni because the gardens make more sense. The gardens are a little more structured, yeah, I can't deny that. I think I'm just used to how kind of seemingly random clan gardens are. But I also kind of quite like a bit of randomness. Like someone posted a thing on Twitter, like which apartment would you, which setting would you rather spend your weekend in? Let me see if I can find it. There was quite a few interesting answers. It's probably gone by now, Twitter being complete crap at this point. But I still nip in now and again. Laugh at the ultra right-wing ads that it serves to you randomly. Block every single one of them and then leave again. It's kind of amazing just how terrible Elon Musk has made Twitter. And I refuse to call it X because call something X. BS. All it's proved to me, him going, I long suspected the public persona of Elon Musk was kind of not the truth, that he was kind of a bit of a prick, you know? I mean, he's a hair transplant guy, tries to act like he's Tony Stark or something, and I'm like, yeah, but you're not. Until you created PayPal, every business that you created failed. And then you sold PayPal, and you've done quite well since, making cars and jet propulsion rockets. You've done quite well with that. But you're not the person inventing them. You employ scientists and engineers to do that. But he tries to promote the idea he's, you know, like a Tony Stark, next level genius kind of thing. It's like, yeah, but you're not though, are you? Let's be honest. Yeah, it's success in spite of, you know, and you know, the poor boy made good. Yeah, poor boy whose family owned a South African emerald mine. Yeah. Where have we heard this similar stories before? Yeah. It's not that they gave him money. It's just that he knew if he failed, he was going to be all right. How, you know, if you can take more risks when you know you've got a fallback plan, which is a rich family. Am I right? Tell me I'm wrong about that. No, I can't find the tweet anymore, because of course I can't find anything on Twitter anymore. Now, you want to talk about a real genius? Then talk about someone like Frank Zappa, or someone like Stephen Hawking, or someone like David Bowie even. People think, oh, David Bowie's just odd. Yeah, but listen to how he talked about the internet in 1998 or something. And he was absolutely accurate about what it would mean for humankind and society and how it would change everything. And at the time, the interviewer, who was respected and quite, you know, an Oxford fellow and all this sort of stuff, was saying, yeah, it's just like a fax machine though, isn't it? And he was like, oh no, no, it's not. He could see it. He could see the potential of it, you know. And that's someone with real foresight, you know. That's someone who can extrapolate upon the information in front of them. That's intelligence. I mean, some of the things that Elon Musk announced he wanted to do with Twitter, even me, dumbass old Welsh fart, with, okay, university level education and some life experience, could see it was like a disaster waiting to happen. And and where am I? Still working for a living. Even I could see it was a completely dingbat idea. Okay, this thing's always been entirely free. Now we're going to make you pay for it. Because advertisers don't like the content we're allowing onto the platform. They don't want to be associated with it. Okay. The problem you have is the content you're allowing onto the platform. Not the users of the platform. And not the advertisers. Advertisers don't want their product associated with certain things. So when you allow those things onto your platform, they pull their ads off. So now you've lost the ad revenue. You're trying to recoup it back from people who up until now have never paid for something. Are you joking? If you can't see how stupid that is, there's just literally no hope. Oh, reflex pistol. Heal up Carlo before I lose him and need to get him redone. Let's just create reference. And we're going to go... Only use Twitter to follow radio station. Yeah, I only use it to follow various celebrities and people I know. It's like Facebook, I only use it to talk to, people that are miles away, living different lives that I wouldn't ordinarily be able to communicate with. And also it acts as a bit of a calendar in reminding me about birthdays. Because I'm kind of crap at remembering birthdays. There we go. We've advertised it. Yeah, good for events. and good for the memes, and good for staying in touch with people, and still entirely free. Although, when it's free, you are the product. Elon not only wants you to be the product, he wants you to pay him to be a product. It tells you more about him than anything else. I'm selling your data and ads upon your data, and I'd like you to pay me for that privilege. Yeah, if he says you can, from now on it's subscription only, it's like, goodbye. Like, literally, yeah. Yeah, it was, yeah, I remember MySpace as well, Elon. However, the creator of that platform sold it for, however, what did it sell for? What did MySpace sell for? Yeah, so from nothing, a guy out of thin air creates MySpace, gets it up and running, sells it for 35 million. It's not worth toilet paper now because there's no one on it. And they even went as far as, like, you can keep your account, but we're deleting everything you ever uploaded. People had the only copy they had of, like, videos and recordings of, like, family members they'd lost on that platform, and that's the only place it existed, was there. And the new owners of MySpace went, getting rid of data. It's just, you know, genius level move. That was a kind of an Elon move, that one, I think. Like, seriously, what? Oh my God. Are you joking me right now, you know? John, let's take the leisurely long way to Scooplet Outbreak. Excuse me. No memories of my nan, I know. I mean, I do. I have strong memories of my grandmother, but, you know, I'm fortunate in that. You know, not everybody is. You know, them's the breaks, and, you know, quite often can be quite cruel. Let's go to wine. Do you know, you used to be able to spam that. See the stationary medical automated surgery clinic. You used to be able to spam it. So you'd get low levels, would go and pull the boss off the beach down here, the ninja guy, ninja droid. They'd pull him all the way up there and then kill him by keeping themselves alive by spamming that, because it heals you for 1,000 every time you click it. So they would be spamming that, like, you know, every second or more. Yeah, it was quite funny. They kind of nerfed that though, hey. Very useful buffing as a keeper in the old days. Yeah, refilling your bloody nano pool. Yeah. And if you're not aware, it is a Grace giveaway this evening. So it's hashtag loot please to win yourself a almost free in-game Grace. So you need a paid account with access to the GMI. And you put in a buy order for 1 credit, because you have to, that's how GMI works. And I'll give you the grace, if you win. Kind of a good deal, hey? So don't miss out. There you go, Lady Sky Cannon won, and not last week, the week before. So, yeah, it could be you, but it's only going to be you if you enter the draw. Oh, I heard there was a thing, wasn't there, late last night, UK time, so probably middle of the day, US time, but there was, Microsoft have bought out Activision Blizzard. Is that right? Have I got that right? Yeah, all the approvals finally came through. I've heard differing opinions about that, but one that I liked, 69 billion, that's an incredible amount of money for a game company. If you think about it, it is an incredible amount of money. I mean, you could fund a health service in a country for more than a few years with that much money. So it is an incredible amount of money. But someone made the point, I think it was Asmongold maybe, and I might even misquote him, and if I do, I apologise. I watched the video like a couple of hours ago, and I was too busy laughing at what he was saying and stuff, so, because he's incredibly entertaining, he really is. Yeah, but he was basically saying, yeah, but that means WoW is now, instead of subscription based, now it's part of Game Pass. So you get more people going, yeah, I'm going to give WoW a go, because even if I don't like it for the month, I've still got like these other 5,000 or so, whatever it is. Maybe not 5,000, but you know, a shit ton of games you can play as well. So if I don't like it, no harm, no foul. There's all these other games I can play as well. You can kind of see why that works, can't you? So, if you've already got Game Pass, or you think, you know what, I've always wanted to try WoW, or I think I might want to see what WoW is like now. I used to play it 20 years ago, nearly. Yeah, let's try it now. You go set up an account, and WoW is part of it, and you get to play it, and you think, you know what, I don't like it, but that's okay because there's 5 bazillion other games I can play for the rest of the month instead of just one. And I think that's the model that works. To my mind, that's a smart move. Let's say instead of Tencent, Funcom had been bought by Microsoft and they put everything on Game Pass. I mean, they wouldn't with AO because I don't know quite how it works, because can you play WoW on a console? I don't think you can. It's PC only, isn't it? But anyway, so the AO is suddenly the same price a month, but if you don't like it, you've got all these other games as well. Now it's a much more attractive proposition for people, isn't it? Yeah, Game Pass is a very good value. You get yours for £1 with your BT deal. Oh, like a broadband package kind of thing, yeah. I mean, pay for Game Pass for my son, for his Xbox, you know. Where the hell am I? Wait, what? Oh, I've gone past where the mission is. So busy talking about. It's like, hang on, I'm sure I was in the right playfield. Yeah, so I can see that makes much more sense to a consumer So to a consumer, it makes much more sense, doesn't it? You know, you go, oh yeah, I want to try this Anarchy online. I watched that Sharp Tony video about it. It looks cool. So they want to come and watch it. Oh, they, you know, and they, I want to try that. Oh, it's on Game Pass. Oh yeah, cool. Right, I'll try it. And you get this influx of people that want to try and play, you know, an older MMORPG. Still too much of a mouthful even now. Finding Anarchy that way. And then, you know, they play a ton of other games. But that's okay. Because they can play AO and all those other games. I mean, that is just simply a better deal for the consumer, isn't it? It just is. The same amount of money to play a singular game. It just opens the floodgates for people to come and try, doesn't it? To me, that just makes good business sense. That's good for consumers, surely. You know? Got all these price to own games at, you know, $60, $70 now. Or a fixed amount a month. And you've got like a bazillion games. Hope games go back to passion projects rather than profit margins. Well, honestly, I think the only way that happens is with things like Game Pass. I know we can talk about monopolies, we can talk about that, but I think that's the only way it's going to happen. Because they make games for profit now. Modern games are essentially slot machines. One-arm bandit. That's what they've become. Like Raid Shadow Legends. It is a slot machine. You want to win? Put more money in. You know, that's how they work. And they're using AI to record your behaviour. And they can predict when you're more likely to give them more money. Why? Because that's profitable. You know? Yeah, I mean, microtransaction, loot boxes. Loot boxes is pure gambling. Plain and simple. They've tried to... What did they try and get away with in the UK? They said, it's not gambling, it's surprise mechanics. And they got laughed at. The board that was reviewing their presentation laughed in their faces at that statement. Like Kinder Eggs. Well, kinda. But with the Kinder Egg, you still get your lump of chocolate. So, kind of is, kind of isn't. Do you know what I mean? So, and well, the old Kinder toys were little things that you put together. So whatever toy you got roughly the same amount of enjoyment because you got yummy chocolate, and a toy to play with, like a Lego kind of a toy because you had to assemble it and there's fun in assembling things. More than just having the toy, it's the assembly of the toy is fun. Football sticker, yeah, that's another that's gambling as well. Yeah, any card collection thing, you know, pack cards with gum. Yeah, you get the gum, but is the gum really worth that much? No. So you're not buying it for the gum. You know, it's kind of like two sides to it all, isn't there? Freelancers isn't up this week, is it? I didn't notice a freelancer Herald. Let's go have a look. I don't understand crypto. It's a scam. And a means to illegally move money around. That's it. Next. Oh, our crypto chain, blah, 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 verbal diarrhea about value and process. It has the value you say it does. That value is based on what you say it's worth. It has no inherent value in of itself. It's not held by anything material. So most currencies are backed by oil or gold or some other thing that is finite and has an intrinsic value. Crypto doesn't. It has value based on what people says it has. That's it. So you remember how NFTs were a complete and utter scam? They're just a more obvious scam. But they're still a scam. Now, I'm not saying you can't, if you're smart enough, play that system, get in and out, and make money. But you can say that about a shotgun and a bank. I want nothing to do with it either way. Yeah, well, governments also create value. So I've seen it explained, but whether or not I really understood it, I don't know. But essentially, they can just keep revaluing their currency as many times as they want, and therefore literally license to print money. Yeah, it's still backed by the government, who say, yeah, no, we'll guarantee that actually has that value. Nothing's backing crypto. That's why so many collapse and suddenly become worthless. And then imagine you had millions and millions of real money invested into whatever type of crypto used graphics cards. And then suddenly they pull the plug on that and say, no, it's proof of asset rather than the other thing. Suddenly, all those graphics cards you've invested in become worthless because they no longer generate any revenue. That's literally what happened. And I just find it kind of hilarious that, people think it's the next big thing. It's the next big scam. But modern financiers don't care. Because it doesn't affect real money, because it isn't real money. That's the way they look at it. But their other authorities are worried about it because it's an easy way to invisibly transfer illegal funds. And I am going to get another beer. Yeah, it's a Ponzi scheme. So, like, pyramid. This isn't a pyramid scheme. It's a trapezoid. Wasn't that in The Simpsons? Yeah, it's a Ponzi scheme. It should be outlawed, but they just can't catch up with it. It's just too much. It would just take so many resources to chase after it. They're just not going to bother. And now, second one. Oh, nearly missed it. ITC planet-wide announcement. Mithrastab, I think, has been awarded the highest honorary rank for outstanding dedication to the defence of Rubicon. What else have I missed? Oh, Mojo Jack followed you 8 minutes ago. Sorry. Thank you very much for the follow. Just not paying any attention this evening. Mrs. Carlos not working tonight. She's not. No, she worked. She did an early shift thing. She's kind of covering somebody else, basically. So yeah, she got home this afternoon. So that frees me up to have a drink instead of waiting until she's home and going, oh, it's a bit late now. So yeah, and then tomorrow I ain't working, so I can just chill out now. And after this, I'm going to watch Loki season 2. I'm going to watch those first two episodes. Second episode of the second season. God, I like that show. That is so. It's just so good. So what I don't want to spoil. If you've never seen it, just watch it. It's fucking brilliant. But what I love is the main kind of setting is based in a place that's fixed in 1970s technology, and they absolutely nail it. I mean, absolutely nail the 1970s in it. Everything about it is just bang on, and I say that as someone that lived through the entirety of the 70s. Yeah, the retro future aesthetic. So think Project UFO. Anyone catch that show? The way they kind of imagined the future would look by now, but when it was the 70s, and they just imagined that, yeah, we think it'll look like this. They absolutely nail it. Absolutely nail it. And the cast, awesome. You got Tom Hiddleston, who's a fantastic actor, but also Owen Wilson, another amazing actor. The whole cast is just, yeah. Owen Wilson and Loki in the second season. I've watched the first episode, and the way they are together now is just like, what? This is so good. The production values are sky high. So, you know, Avengers Endgame level production value. But obviously much smaller cast, because it's not the Avengers. But the whole thing just looks, sounds and feels amazing. It really does. The plot and the storylines, fucking first rate. Character writing, brilliant. Character motivations are there. The whole thing's just so much better than so much other stuff that's around at the moment. It is worth your time. Believe me, it is worth your time. There's so many new shows that come out and they're just not worth your time. I mean, that what did they do? The Witcher prequel thing they did? It's garbage. I mean, yeah, 3 or 4 beers you can kind of bumble through it, but it wasn't very good. Characters were kind of terrible. And then Witcher season 3. Sorry man, but that was just dog shit. It was awful. Second guessing a published novelist's work. It's like the whole Game of Thrones seasons 7 and 8 were just, especially 8, were just so bad. It's kind of like that, and now Henry Cavill's leaving it, and it's just going to... I'm not even going to bother with season 3. I'm just not going to see it. Mandalorian 1 and 2, superb. 1 and 2, superb. 3, shit. They could have made 3 good, but you'd have to change a couple of key points. Wouldn't take much. But if you change those key points, you'd make that a good show again. Because everything else was good about it. The writings were terrible. Why, in season 3, it shouldn't have had Gorgo in it in season 3. Gorgo, I don't want... spoilers though, isn't it? Right, if you've seen it, Gorgo's story arc is basically, as far as the Mandalorian himself is concerned, is done after the end of season 2. Okay, he goes away with who he goes away with, and because of who that is, we the audience are satisfied. Oh, it's going to be fine. It's going to be great. Gorgo's in the best place now. Yay, Doja. Gorgo's going to be great. It's all going to work out. Yeah, that it done. Wrap, put a bow on it. Do that and leave it at that as far as the Gorgo, the baby Yoda, basically, if you don't know who I'm talking about. If you want to do season 3, here's how you fix it. Number 1, give us a reason why the Mandalorian wants to rejoin with with Mandalorians and not be a solo. That's it. That fixes most of the problems that season has. Give us a reason why he wants to. And I say that because it doesn't. It doesn't explain why the Mandalorian wants to rejoin the Mandalorians. It doesn't explain it. He just suddenly decides that's what's going to happen. Because Bo-Katan is lovely. She's not. She hates the Mandalorian. He's got the dark saber and she needs it to regain power. She should be chasing after him, trying to kill him. And challenging him at every turn to try and win it back. And what do they do with it? So they need to come up with a reason. It would have been so easy. He could have been on his spaceship and he puts his hand up to that gear lever thing and the little silver ball bit off the end is missing. And the actor that plays him, I can't think of his name, but he's brilliant. To do so much when we can't even see his face is just incredible. Just to pause. He's lonely. We could, in 5 minutes of no dialogue with him, he could put across that he now feels lonely. They don't do it. He just suddenly rucks up to where the Mandalorians are and says, I want to rejoin. But it's never explained why. So while you're scratching your head about why has he gone back, that doesn't... Why would he do that? Why didn't he just go back to being a bounty hunter? It makes no sense, right? All they had to do is, right, he feels lonely and isolated. Now Gorgo's gone and he's had that connection with Gorgo. It's had an influence on him. It's changed him. It's changed his view about where he is in the universe. And now he wants to rejoin the Mandalorians. From that point on, he goes back, wanting to rejoin the Mandalorians. They say, oh, you can, but you've got to go back to Mandalore. You've got to go into the water. And Bo-Katan's like, and I'm going to be there when you do, because I'm getting that sword back. Yeah? We do that. She somehow beats him in a battle after he comes out of the water, exhausted or whatever. And she gets the saber back, and she's on her crusade for that. But he's still got the water, so he returns to Mandalore. She's got what she wants. She's got the saber. He's got the water, so now he can rejoin the other Mandalorians. He and Bo-Katan have a complex kind of relationship from this point on, because she's not sure he's trying to get it back or not, and he is like not about that. He doesn't want to be the king, the king of the Mandalore. He just wants to be with other people. And then everything else they wrote works. All the interactions, they work. The last episode, all of that works. That's all you got to change. Those two key elements. Change that, and it would have been a good third season. No. They want to sell Gorgo toys, don't they? So Gorgo's back in it. When there's no reason for them to be in it. And that's why it's crap. I don't say ding. I don't say things are rubbish because I simply don't like them unless that is the only reason. But I can usually articulate why I think something is bad and what would make it work. That's the difference. So that's not hating on something. That's saying, I think you missed something there. Something that'd be quite easy to put right. Yeah, he feels lost without Baby Yoda, but that's never shown, explained, intimated, nothing. We never know that. And it would have been so easy to do. We could have done it silent movie style, like the rest of the show has been. You know? We didn't need a non-reason for them to do it. And that's the problem. In the first two seasons, whoever wrote those should have written the third one, and I bet you it isn't the same people. Or the people wrote the first two as one, as a movie. They split it into two shows, expanded it, made it a lot better, and they did. Because when he meets Bo-Katan, where's she at? She's just a bounty hunter, like, she's no better than him. Because the person that has the dark saber, she can't get to. But when she meets Mando, she sees an opportunity to get it. That's her motivation. This is what I'm saying. It would be so easy to fix season 3 of the Mandalorian. The rest of it could work quite well. But, you have to give reasons for things, for people's motivations, otherwise we don't care. Like classic movies like you watch The Great Escape. What's the motivation? They want out. They all want to get out. The guards want to keep them in. It's really simple. But you immediately become attached to Steve McQueen, Donald Pleasance, even though his eyesight's gone. He's a hell of a risk, but he still wants out. All of that. You watch The Great Escape, and it's based on a true story as well. But you're immediately drawn in because you care about the characters involved, because you understand where they're at. Respawn TV, welcome to the stream. It's like go back to the first Star Wars movie and the way it was finally edited for theatre release. Luke is conflicted. He wants to join his friends, join the revolution and all that. He doesn't like the Empire. He doesn't like bullies. But his father, his kind of adoptive father, his uncle, wants to keep him safe and away from all that because he knows who he really is. And he's terrified by it. So he's trying to keep him under, no, I need you for a bit longer and blah, blah. And he's gaslighting Luke to not get involved. But then, through circumstances, they buy the droids, yada yada, tracked by the Empire. Empire sets them on fire. Nothing left. Luke realises there's no point staying there anymore. They're gone. And now we can follow that other dream of going out and fighting, against the Empire. It all flows. It all makes sense. You can understand people's motivations. It works, Yeah, the Star Wars universe dealt with character motivations. It was a slow burn. Listen, if you watch it and you're like on episode 3 thinking, dragging a bit, stay with it. because the payoff is there. Trust me, it's Breaking Bad. It is Breaking Bad season 1. The first 3 episodes of Breaking Bad season 1, and the payoff's there. Trust me, it's there. I'm not going to spoil it for you. Stay with it. You feel the core of your being shift as the source makes room for a divine presence. Can't heal you. Has reached enlightenment. Congratulations. Bobalicious, good evening. Yeah, Mando 1 and 2 works end to end. It's a great start, it's a good middle, and an absolutely solid ending. It absolutely lands at the very end, and it's satisfying. It's a satisfying ending. It works brilliantly. Season 3, not so much. Really not so much. Andor starts and ends, and it's great. Obi-Wan, very much the prequels vibe, and a little bit bloated in unnecessary in places, and not as good as Mando was. Okay. But if we're doing like as a tier, I would say Mando, personally. Mando, Andor, Obi-Wan. There you go. Yeah, there was something not quite there in the Obi-Wan show that was there in Mando and Andor, and I can't tell you what it is. I don't know what it is that's pacing, maybe. The final edit isn't quite... It's you know, like... I think the whole of Obi-Wan could have been done in 3-4 episodes, and it was like, what, 7-8 episodes or something? I think they just padded too much with that. Whereas with Mando, there was such a vibe to it. It was so small. It was like a spaghetti western, they used to call them, didn't they? The westerns they shot out in Italy. You know, like the good, the bad, the ugly, a few dollars more. All the Clint Eastwood old, westerns. It kind of had that vibe to it, which is the exact vibe at the beginning of Star Wars. It's very much that. Someone's done a fan cut. Have they? That could be worth watching then. Hang on. So what has it got? Obi-Wan. Fan edit or something. The Patterson cut. I'm so excited to share the fan edit to those who have a Disney Plus membership. It's a re-edit. Was more than 9 minutes. The Kenobi movie edit is next level. Okay. Alright, I'm going to try and find that then. Is there like, well, you can't put it on YouTube because it'll just get taken down immediately or claimed or whatever. Okay, I'm going to look at that. Oh, you can down... Was it like a torrent? Well, anyway. That would be illegal, and obviously I can't do it. Add bookmark. Thank you. Obviously, downloading media you don't own is wrong, and we should never do that. Could it be the janitor? Okay, we ding Ed. Is that all on dailies then? Oh no, I've got returned to the agency handler. Right, I thought you had to like do a playlist for yourself. Like we've got Disney Plus. Like I'm not even, you know, I can. There you go. You know, we pay for it. So yeah, we've got it. So I feel entitled, because I am paying Disney money, like they need any, for the right to watch their stuff. Right, mission complete. Goodbye. Forgetting to hand missions in. What kind of person is this? Another mission. Did I hand the alien one in? Mission complete. There we go. Yeah, so I definitely watched that. Because, like I said, Obi-Wan, the show, just felt like they'd padded it too much. There was, you know, but I thought that about The Phantom Menace. Have you seen the Phantom edit of The Phantom Menace? It's 10 minutes long. 10 minutes long. And what they've done is taken the entirety of the prequels and made them into a 2-hour movie. And the entirety of the first movie, The Phantom Menace, 10 minutes long. Bearing in mind there's about 8 minutes of the fight. The Battle of Fates. The fucking best bit of the whole film, and everyone knows it. You know, even though it's sad and, you know, Liam Neeson dies in it and all that. Sorry, spoiler. But yeah, the entirety of Phantom Menace is condensed down to 10 minutes. I can't remember. Is it called the Phantom Edit or something? Am I talking out my arse now? Phantom Edit. Yeah, there you go. Wikipedia, Phantom Edit. Much stronger version of the Phantom Menace. Circulated Hollywood Studios 2000-2001, followed by media attention. Opening crawl replaced with a new one explaining why the edit was made, re-editing some Jar Jar Binks, basically removing Jar Jar from the movie. And I feel bad for the actor, but yeah, trimming him out. Removal, really, most of the battle droid dialogue, yeah, because it was crap. The exposition in the film was just stupid. Rearrangements of shots, blah blah, a total of 8 minutes. No, there's some other edit where there's literally like 10 minutes of the original film in the entire thing. Darth Jar Jar would have been a worthwhile inclusion there. Zoop Ayo, welcome to the stream. This is my new puppy. Oh, let's have a look. Is this going to be... He's a big boy pupper. Is he a rescue or... He is Weimar. He's gorgeous though. He's a gorgeous boy, yeah. Yeah, he's got nice intelligent eyes, hasn't he? Mickey Bachud. Hello, Cal. Hello, everyone. Hello, sir. Welcome on in. Gorgeous animal. Gorgeous dog. Right. What am I... who, why, what, where, when? What am I doing? Renewing that buff. Let's... Right. Inferno missions then. More grind, everyone. Funnily enough, we were looking at old photos before. Let me find it for you. Like, our dog is like, we've had him, well, a little over 10 years now. But I was looking at some old photos and I found an old photo of him. There he is. Day we got him. Border Collie. How could we not bring him home? And he is amazing. He's an amazing pup. You see him? You look, see that? That's the straw from where he was on the farm. With the other puppies in a plastic blue barrel with his mum in a shed. Because farm, working dogs. So he's literally, his mother was an actual sheepdog. So those eyes, yeah, you can't say no, can you? He still gets me with them now. Biscuit. Yeah, go on there. Anonymous Gifter is gifting 5 tier 1 subs to Carlos 2's community. Thank you very much, Anonymous. Gifted a tier 1 sub to Mr. Red Redderer, Angel Outside, Combacken, to Bobalicious, and to Robert Drinks a Lot. Cheers, Robert. On this stream, anyway. It's one of the few where I actually have a quick drink. So, yes, if you've just received a gifted sub, remember to thank the person that gifted to you, even though they are anonymous. Right, medium. Where are you sending me? Ergo. Nice. At anonymous gifter, thank you. Yeah, I wonder if someone's actually got that username. Someone probably has. You know, it's got to be, hasn't it? No one's going to miss that trick. I will gift you the buff of insight into the Shadowlands. There you go. Best one was Funcom giving. Yeah, was it actually their account? Because there's a couple of Funcom accounts and Anarchy Online accounts on Twitch that aren't actually those entities. Yeah, I think Funcom is like they've got their own, haven't they? Can you still change the first and last name of your toon, or is that back in the day? I think so, yeah. I'm never really bothered with first last names on characters. You just come up with a silly main name and call it done. Except for Kalos 2, who is still Lord Kalos 2 Fugly. There's only one name for... Well, there you go. Maybe they did. Maybe they just went, hey, you know. Was it in 2019? Was it around then? That would make more sense. When Funcom were actually looking at Anarchy Online. Because we had like Andy B and a few other people trying to play Anarchy Online and like me going, oh my god, what even is this game? Which Andy, you know, like he's a lovely guy and he was just like, I have no clue what I'm doing, you know. And I was like, I know this community, if you've got no idea what you're doing, you're going to get 5 million people telling you how to do it. Or log a GM account in and just give stuff away and be fun. I think that'll go down better, and that's basically what he did. But I said it to him like, look, adult to adult, if you try to actually play the game and learn it, you're not going to learn it in 3 months even, and you're a smart guy, and you're still not going to learn it in 3 months. Better off just GM, have a party, throw out a few free t-shirts and stuff like that, change people's sizes and back again. It'll be good. And he was like, I appreciate that. And that's what he did. So, you know. Gamble 1111. Welcome to the stream. And Mickey Chad, subscribe with Prime. They've subscribed for 2 months. Thank you very much for the resub. Much appreciated. Yes, Gamble, this evening it is me who is not down the pub. I'm having Carling. Apparently the cans have gone silver instead of white. They were white the last time I had any. So yeah, I'm having a drink this evening. Mrs. Carlos too is not in work, so I do not have to abstain until such time that I fetched her home, which is good. So I can actually relax and have a bit of a drink tonight. Usually I pick her up and by the time we've done dinner and it was like gone half midnight or something. And I'm like, don't really want to bother now, I'm going to bed in a minute, you know. No, we were late last night. We had to nip to my in-laws, her parents' house, just after I picked her up. So we didn't get to bed till... I had to help them out with something, and it ended up, by the time I'd made dinner for her, you know, she's just done a full day's work, so I make her dinner. She eats it, blah, blah, we have a chat. And I think I watched episode 1 of Loki, because I'm kind of like a week behind. So I watched episode 1, loved it, and then I made myself like a sandwich. I was like, yeah, okay. Had the sandwich, looked at my watch, like, oh God, it's 2:20 in the morning. I'm in work at 6 a.m. Oh, yeah, well, you know what happened, didn't you? You know, I finished work and just like went, because she started early and was finishing sort of well, early for her is like 9 to 5, isn't it? So finished work, had a bite to eat, went to bed, trying to catch up on sleep. I just texted her, said, I'll probably be asleep, so ring my phone instead of texting me, because the ringtone's quite loud and it'll wake me up. But a text probably wouldn't. Because, you know, like a text alert is like, biddling, or whatever. Beep, beep, beep. Or whatever it does, yeah? And then... But, you know, when your phone actually rings, it carries on and on and on and on until you go, oh, what was that? And then she got a lift anyway, so... From a work colleague, gave her a lift home. Dropped her off. So I didn't wake up until she'd got home, made herself a coffee. And then I woke up because she'd sat on the bed to get changed. And I was like, oh, why didn't your phone? She went, didn't need to. Oh, right, okay. So I thought I was in the doghouse there. Oh my God, did I just make a walkout? You know. Oh, I'd have been into the doghouse. Don't you doubt it for a second. You know my motto, guys, and it's one I tell you now. If you found the right gal, happy wife, happy life. Just telling you now. 25 years together. Happy wife, happy life. Trust me. We has a locked door. No more. And kaboom! It blew up in my face. It's the truth, though. It is the truth. Look, here's how it is. Women are smarter than men. Women take a more holistic view of everything than men do. Men tend to be, like, target-focused, which is fine in certain situations, but generally, you need someone with a holistic view of things. And women are, generally speaking, I'm stereotyping, I know, but generally speaking, they are. Just trust them. Trust them. If you figure they're letting you down, playing you, whatever, yeah, get out of it. But, you know, the right gal, do you know what? She'll look after you because you're looking after her. It's that simple. You've collected all the level 1 emotes. What does that mean? I've collected all the level 1 emotes, and a message just came up on Twitch. I've got no idea. Right. Yeah, it's not even a dominant role. It's just someone that sticks up for themselves. Because if you don't assert yourself, if you can't offer critical argument, then you're not an equal. And and then that makes me uncomfortable in a relationship with a person like that. Where if someone can offer a critical argument, and debate me and prove me wrong on this thing, and I prove myself right on this thing, that's healthy. I was saying this last time I streamed as well. It's like we started a conversation 25 years ago and we're still having that conversation. Or we keep going back to that conversation about this, that and the other. It's really hard to quantify, but that's kind of what it is. You know, so if someone is too subservient, just agrees with everything I say, I feel uncomfortable with them. I do. I just do. Because that's not how we are as people. I know damn well that no two people agree on absolutely everything, because you don't. You can agree to disagree. You can agree that I'll defer because I trust your judgment more than my own on this issue. And that's healthy, see? That's why it works. That's why 25 years. It's not going to change. Because the connection is there and we keep revisiting the connection. That's what having the same conversation for 25 years is. Might sound like hell on earth to some people, but it ain't. Cheers to another 25 more, mate. And well, I hope we've got that in us. 25 more puts me... let's have a look. Well, maybe. We might get there. We'll probably smell of pee and stuff like that by that point, but hey. You've been living forever on YouTube. Well, I know what you mean. Yeah, like, you know, one day I'm going to be gone. But the content I created lives on. I guess. I don't know. Maybe not. Hey, we were talking about MySpace earlier on. All the content I had there disappeared. Which is kind of a shame, because there was some footage of our original singer in our band, and he died tragically in 2007. Undiagnosed heart condition. We just finished a gig and we're carrying the stuff out, and then suddenly stood up, walks outside, dropped dead. No, he was dead before he hit the ground, kind of deal, you know. We didn't know that at the time. You know, we were trying to research and blah blah. It's horrible, bad time. I had to come home, finish packing up. We couldn't leave the gear, so we had to finish packing up. Well, I tell you, it was worse for his family than it was for me, of course. Of course it was. They loved him. You know, when you're in a band together, you're kind of like brothers, though. You know? So it did hit me. It hit me quite hard. And still had to get up and go to work the next day. And I miss the guy. I really do. But can't undo what's done, you know? No, he was a good guy. He was an amazing singer. He sounded like the person he was most similar to was who's the lead singer in Stereophonics? Can't think of his name, but that, yeah, vocally he was kind of on par with him. Really good. And he was a great guy to know. He was fun to be around. He really was. And, you know, he looked healthy. You know, none of us thought about it, but he'd had, like, really bad heartburn for, like, 3 years. You know. If it doesn't go away in a week, go see a doctor. I don't know if it could have done any good, but at least we, you know, he could have known what was going on. Maybe they could have done something. I don't know. Biggest fears is lose my memory. Because that's all we have when we lose people. Yeah, to a lesser or greater extent. Depends on the person you're speaking about, because some people do things that leave a lasting impression on the world. I think every life leaves an impression on the world. It's easier or to see that, you know, the impression they've left than other people. But yeah, I mean, when you experience another person, there's like an unspoken exchange that kind of changes you and changes them. Now, sometimes it's a tiny, almost unmeasurable amount, but it's there. You know, so yeah. Okay, let's try. It's one of those. Okay, this is a weird layout for this mission. But okay. While I'm fighting this mob, I'm gonna go and get another beer. This is beer number 3 already, guys, and it's not. What time is it? Oh, it's not that bad. It's like 8:30. That's okay. I'm a big fella. I can handle that many. My bad. I opened a can downstairs instead of in front of the microphone. I apologise. I am a bad streamer. Right, anyway. We're at 59% on this mission. Oh yeah, I can see dots on the screen. I think we're going this way. Yeah, so that was a lesson learned with MySpace. We put up a video and it was a cover version of Days Go By Dirty Vegas. And I seriously reworked the guitar part, like completely rewrote it. And turned it into very much like a kind of a Pink Floyd kind of vibe. And it was up on MySpace for a while and we were really quite proud of it. And we liked the way it all worked together and sounded. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, the lead singer of Dirty Vegas spots it and said, "Great job, chaps, better than our version." the original artist saying, "You know what, I like your version more than mine." That was just mind-blowing. But that's lost to... I think I've got a screenshot of it, but that's literally it. And at the time we were like, is it really them though? Is it really them though? And you click on the pro, yeah, it was really them. It's unbelievable. But yeah, that was kind of mind-blowing. Because the band at the time, when we first started it, we were kind of more of an indie-focused band than like a out-and-out rock or cabaret band. Over time, we kind of became more of a rock band for a bit, and then became more of a cabaret band. By the end, it just kind of felt like the band had, the repertoire and set list kind of had turned into cabaret, and I was like, nah, I'm done. It's not for me. You just put yourself in the same boots as a million other bands, whereas what we had before, we were ahead of the curve. You know, so had we carried on the way we were, we'd have been doing Nobody Knows. You know that? Do you know the song Nobody Knows? Because I was talking to Steve about it. He was the singer that passed away. And he was like, well, if you can play it, we'll do it. And I was like, yeah, I can play it. If you're not familiar with it, it's one of the best live tracks ever. Never mind Pink, no, not that one. The original. Was it Lumineers? I can't remember the name of the band that released it. Dave Grohl was in that. Yeah, there you go. But you watch the live version, right? So here comes the copyright claim. I'll probably get claimed for that. But yeah, so there you go. Awesome track. Awesome live track to play. And we were talking about doing that, but we never got to do it. It's kind of a regret of mine. Because after he went, we got after a few months, we got a new singer. And we took the decision, yeah, we should carry on. Got all these gigs, etc. booked. We should carry on, and we got a different singer, and he was very different. And we started doing like old Motown kind of covers and stuff, and we were like, yeah, okay, because they had that kind of voice and it worked, but it wasn't what we were originally, you know. So when we started with them, we were still doing the tracks we were doing before that they weren't that comfortable with, but hey, the bookings were there, so. Right, we've got the boss in this room. I'm not sure where 76%. I need to get past the boss. The turret ignoring me? It is. Okay, cool. Queens, yeah, they absolutely are. I'll get a copyright claim just for showing you that. But yeah, we were talking about doing that. But we were like one of the first band on the local circuit. We were doing, what was that? It was a massive hit. And like 6 months after we were playing it live, everyone else was playing it live. It was I can't even think of the tune now, or the name of the tune. Oh, Sex is on Fire. Yeah. I'll try a lubricant. Yeah, we'd figured, like, they were like, can you figure out that guitar? I was like, yeah, it's very cool, but it's not technically difficult. Time signatures are kind of interesting, but yeah, I can do it. I mean, Christ, I was in a, you know, I was in a Zappa covers band. This ain't hard. So yeah, we were covering that, and people were like, oh my God, they play this one. You know, and that Sex on Fire was like a runaway hit. And then, like, maybe not 6 months, maybe like 3 months after we were out playing it live at gigs, suddenly every band in the whole, you know, around for a, you know, 200 mile, well, not that far, but like 100 mile radius, everyone was playing it, you know? Like, if you go to my channel, I think there's still a video. I don't think I had to take it down. The theme tune. Yeah, there's us doing it. And it's 2 versions for some reason. Why have I got it twice? I'm not sure. Enjoy my own tune. There's me with very short hair and no beard.
Carl's going to do some river dancing now on his pedals. Right, let's go for it.
That was our newest singer. There's that guitar there. And we've got a drum track rather than a drummer in this. Yeah, bass player can't fucking. So that's, I think that was one of the first times we gigged it with him, and then we kind of went for the. Do you remember? Oh God, Powerhouse. Do you remember them? Addicted to love. Boof, boof. Doo, doo, doo. Remember that with the girls all dancing? We kind of decided at some point. I can't remember how it happened, but we all decided that we were gonna kind of do that all in the same clothes. So all in leather tie, white shirt, black pants, shoes. We'd perform like that at every gig. And you know what? Robert Palmer, that was it. Rest in peace, Robert Palmer. He was awesome. So here's that same venue, a little, maybe a few weeks later. But this video is from 13 years ago. So there's me, like, grade 2, 3, whatever the hell it was I was doing then. I just did that every month, so whatever.
Right.
But watch the crowd. This is just a bar, okay? Me doing the Twilight Zone as well. I did lots of little comedy things on the guitar as well. I also sped it up a few BPM. The near-death bass player still can't find the right note at the start. I don't know why. Bless him. Copyright strikes incoming. And they'd go nuts for it. You know, by the end of the song, the whole place was just bouncing. There you go. Yeah, if you have a look, I've got like a playlist of my old band playing live if you're at all interested. Somewhere. Yeah, there you go. Every gig we did, place would bounce when we did that. For a good few months as well. Right, I need to dodge him and get in this room. Anyway, sorry for the interlude. It'll get muted. It'll go on YouTube, but that section with the playing, etc., will just be muted. I tell you, one of the trickiest pieces we did live was a Muse track. Can't think of the title of it now, but it's... Their stuff is so good, and it's so fun to play live as well. Where are we at? 86%. We got more mobs to find. Avoiding the boss. What was the Muse track we did? It was a definite hit of theirs. It took quite a long time to figure out how to perform it live. Uprising, that was it. It almost sounds like the Doctor Who theme, but it's not. But it's so cool. And it was a lot of fun to play as well. And the singer couldn't hit the squeaky note, and I'm not surprised because it's ridiculous unless you can falsetto. And I can falsetto. I don't know if I haven't done it in years, so probably not that well anymore. But I could either... Yeah, that's about a fifth too low. Yeah, it's like really, really ridiculously high note, but I could hit it. So I had to do that bit. That was my vocal contribution to that song. The audio quality varies a bit. The latest stuff has much better audio quality, and that's because I bought one of these. Hang on. I mean, compared to a modern phone, it's probably crap, but 12 years ago, Zoom HD Q3 HD, two 45-degree axis stereo mics, really crappy video sensor, but hey, it worked. Used to record the band with that, and you got a much better sound because the two condenser mics are actually really good. And they can handle the sound pressure. So a lot of early camcorder videos of bands are bad because the microphone on the camera is in no way capable of handling the sound pressure in a live gig, you know? But with that, I mean, you can put that in front of a 100-watt Marshall speaker cab at full pelt, and it'll auto gain and not clip and just handle it. Amazing thing. But these days, the average mobile phone has got a better camera than that has. You know, just that's how it is, isn't it? Technology moves on. Ooh, Wailing Spirit. Go on then. How was it being in the Zapper? You had to be able to read. Could I do it today? No. Couldn't keep up with it now. But while I was at the Musicians Institute, studying music every day, sight reading every day, yeah, I could keep up. You kind of learnt the general arrangement because you listen to it all day. And the technically difficult bits are the only bits that you practiced, and the rest of the time you're just sight reading. You're reading the music in front of you, and there's so much like head bobbing because you don't interact with the audience much because you were constantly like interacting with the rest of the band. Are we at this part yet? Are we at the second middle eight with the inversion to the and so you're running off, you're all kind of like queuing each other, like CUE, queuing each other, so that you kind of like everyone knows where they are and what's next and right, I need to switch to this. And yeah, it was hard work. Very, very satisfying to get it. Once you got it down, it felt good. And I guess if we'd have carried on, we probably would have become really proficient and just like breezed through every song. But that's it. If you repeat the exercise enough times, it becomes almost muscle memory, and you can just do it blindfold nearly. Which is at the point where it becomes fun because you become unconsciously competent at actually doing it. I don't know if you're familiar with this term. So, okay. Everyone that has passed their driving test and has been driving for a while, give me a 1 in the chat. If you've passed your test and you drive stick, as they say in the States, like you drive a manual gearbox car with a clutch, give me a 2 in the chat. Okay, so here's how this works. Before you were old enough to drive, excluding those of you that started driving on, you know, in a yard or a farm or, you know, whatever, you were unconsciously incompetent. You drive stick, so you're a 1 and a 2. Right, so before you learned how to do that, you were what's known as unconsciously incompetent. What that means is you've no idea what it is or how hard it is to do it. And because of that, you're also incompetent of how to do it or what it is that needs to be done. That's stage 1. Stage 2 is when you start learning to drive, at which point you become... It's why I wear a nappy. Right. So stage 2 is you become consciously incompetent. What that means is you get in the car and you learn how to use the clutch, you learn which gear for this, you learn to paddle, so clutch out, throttle in, and you learn how to get that smooth and still be looking where the hell you're going and steer the car and use the indicator and the horn and check, you know, all. You become consciously incompetent. You realize what it is to drive and also how much you don't know how to drive. Yeah, that's consciously incompetent. After that, you learn to drive. You drive for a while. You don't think about gears. You don't think about the clutch and the pedals. You're just looking at the road, where you want to go, what all the other cars are doing, and that's it. That's when you've become unconsciously competent. So you can do it, but you don't need to think about it. You just do it. You're not thinking about doing it anymore. You're just doing it, and you're thinking about where you're going, which lane, those lights, this idiot running across the road. You're not thinking about what your hands are doing inside the car. You're not thinking about gear. That's consciously competent. So that's how we learn, okay? And we can do it incredibly quickly. Like having sex. Kind of is, yeah. Ladies. So it is actually very similar. So, and some people never get past consciously incompetent, but hey, there we are. That's the world, isn't it? With music, the Zappa band I was in, I was always, at best, consciously incompetent. So I could do it, but I had to be firing all my neurons. I had to be looking at the sheet, looking at other people, but we could do it. Okay? It was like not a nanosecond to pay attention to an audience because you were so focused on what you were trying to do. Unconsciously competent in music is you don't need the sheet. You just know it. You just know the sequence. You know what comes next. You know your favourite bits, the bits you don't like, the bits you do like, whatever, this bit, that bit, and they're all colours and flavours to your mind. Like, oh, that roundabout, I need the inside lane because I'm coming off at the third exit, and da-da-da. You're at that point. You're not thinking about what your hands are doing, what buttons you're pressing with your feet. You're there. Then you start enjoying the audience. That's conscious competence or unconscious competence. So that's where I was at with the band to try and explain it. Right, what percent are we at now? 100%! Right, let's go find the boss again. Where the hell was he before we got started down that, whatever the hell that was? And those 3 states. Well, I suppose there's 4. Unconsciously incompetent, consciously incompetent, consciously competent. So at that point, there's an extra stage. Fortunately, it is that finger, where you know what you need to do, but it requires your full attention to do it. And then finally, unconsciously competent, where you don't need to think about it, you can just do it. So it's actually 4 stages, my bad. I have no idea where the boss was. Let's just go explore, we'll find them. And like Gamble says, like I'm in sex, yeah. It's quite similar, I would say. Even though I find that kind of funny, but yeah. No, but also yes. Unconsciously unconscious. Yeah, kind of thing. But it's probably documented in psychology or something like that. I don't know. But I'm aware of it because our old jazz tutor used to talk about it. And you say, right now, you are all consciously incompetent. That's why you're here. We were like, what the hell? And then that's how he basically explained it to me. It was like, you're aware of what is involved and you're struggling to do it. So you're consciously incompetent. Yeah, there's the boss. Let's have him. So yeah, it's kind of a weird one to think about. But that is with most things. That's how we start out. Same with learning anything new. So when you pick up the guitar, at first you see people playing it. You can see one hand does one thing, one hand does the other, but you've no idea what that really is, what the rules are, if there are rules even. You've no idea. And then you pick it up and you realise, oh my God, my fingers hurt, this is hard, my hand's cramping up, I didn't warm up first, and am I in tune even? And you become consciously incompetent. Then you get the cage system under your belt, so you're playing cowboy chords, you know what you're doing there, you're okay, you understand this, and you move on all the way through until you reach a point where you don't think about it. You just pick it up and do it. It's like when you want to move forward in AO, are you thinking, okay, I need to put my finger on this button on the keyboard and press it? You're not thinking about that. You're thinking, I need to go forward. That's unconscious competence. Dun-dun. Well, we got a level, so we're 209. Finally, we are getting there very slowly because I'm only playing while I'm streaming and I'm stuck with overtime at work because, well, the weather's bad and things are busy at work. There you are. Right. Okay, I think let's go take this guy back to the hangout. To give an example, when do you remember we had the lockdowns and COVID was the thing and all the rest of it? You had all these people going, oh, I have no medical qualification whatsoever or any training or anything else. Vaccines are so they can track us, blah, blah, says a person that walks around 24/7 with a fucking mobile phone in their pocket. Dude. They already are. You're walking around with it and you're glued to it. And all the other bullshit. That is unconscious incompetence. Meaning you know nothing about what you're talking about and you don't even know that you know nothing about what you're talking about. Then you get some medical and scientific training and you become consciously aware that you don't know anything. Because none of what you presumed works like that. You're now consciously incompetent and you shut up about it. Then you go off for 5 or 6 years, get a medical degree, understand the biology, the physics and the chemistry of how these things work, and you become consciously competent. But that's it. That's where these people are at. They're still doing it now, you know. Apparently when 5G turned on, we were all going to turn into zombies. You mean we're not zombies already? Come on. It's kind of comical when people say stuff like that to me. I just laugh at them. I had someone with a big rifle looking at me, a high level than me. And the FP doctor, but I'm pretty sure that's an agent. Let's have a look. Yep. That's an agent. Yeah, I know, yeah, this whole, we're trying to prune the human race, and we're quite capable of doing that on our own. We don't need any help. Why is it? Bang trade. Everyone coming up to me, why? Why is everyone running? Why are you all coming up? Gammy keep! Let's give you the most useless buff. Why can't I cast that on you? Enable. I'm not trying to brawl him. Please wait for the current nano program execution to finish. What? Okay, maybe I've cleared it now. Oh, wait. Yeah, I hadn't scrolled. Better, yeah, okay. Yeah, I actually saw there was a clip someone found. There was some guy who works for whatever telecom company, and he's putting the cables in the, you know, he's in a hole in the bloody sidewalk, in the pavement, and he's just connecting things up. And this woman's screaming blue murder at him behind the safety railing so she doesn't fall in the goddamn hole. When you turn this on, when this turns on, millions of people are going to die. Okay. Right. So you understand this. What you're saying is going to kill them. The radiation from the towers, which is what? Oh, it's electromagnetic. Like the entirety of the planet Earth has always been, otherwise we wouldn't have an atmosphere like Mars. Because without without a magnetosphere, the atmosphere just burns off any planet that close to a sun. All life on Earth evolved in an electromagnetic field that is billions of times more powerful than any fucking 5G tower. But we're all going to do unconsciously incompetent people. And people that spout it are malicious, and they're doing it to prey on ignorance, paranoia, and they're doing it to serve their own ends. I mean, you've only got to watch the internet historian Devorus. He never put virus in the title because he knew it would get demonetized. But like, the whole toilet paper's going to run out. Why? Well, it's all made in China, and China's shut down. Well, China might be, but no, toilet paper isn't made in China and shipped over. That's just not true. No, it's going to happen. And people believed it and started buying toilet roll in, ridiculous amounts. The truth is, for shipping, it's really expensive to ship toilet paper because it's bulky but weighs nothing. But because of its size, is expensive. So 99.9% of all toilet paper is made domestically. That is, it is made in the country it is from. Yeah? And we were in no danger of running out until everyone suddenly started buying 10 times as much as they normally buy. Then, yeah, the supply chain starts to break down. When that happens, you get gaps on shelves. People think, oh my God, that bullshit was true. We are running out of toilet paper, and they buy 20 times as much. Eventually, the natural supply chain caught up. Once everyone had, like the hallway, the bathroom, and like half the house full of toilet paper, they realised there's toilet paper on the shelves still, because they make it 20 miles up the road. It doesn't take much thought to see through it. What's it you give me here? Experienced avatar glasses. Thank you very much. Should we try them on? Should we? Bang Trade is trading me. Okay, we've said okay. So let's try them on. Okay, let's check it out. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that's the new look, everyone. I think Bang Trade's nailed it there. Yep. That's it. That's the one. That's the look. There's a Charmin factory 20 minutes away from yeah, so we can. Well, yeah, because these people, they want clicks so they can serve ads on their bullshit posts. That's what it is. Fuck your sanity. Fuck your mental well-being. We'll tell any lie as long as we can make money out of it. That's who you're dealing with. Scum of the earth. Right, all that said, it is time to relog. It's time to relog to a different tune. The tune of win. The tune. The tune with the graces. And it is time to do the draw. So we've got 7 people total. That's a small number of people who won a free grace. Yeah, I've got older relatives that believe a lot of stuff that's objectively so easy to disprove, but they still believe it. What can you do? You can have an argument with them and upset them, or just go, yeah. And just handle them. There's not much else you can do. Those are your 2 options, because they're family, right? Right, I'm going to give you all another minute to get your bids in. Yeah, just keep the peace. Yeah, that's what we end up doing. We've all got older relatives who are kind of like vaguely racist or sexist or whatever, and you kind of want to say, look, that's objectively untrue, or it just ends up being a huge argument and spoiling Christmas. So you just go, You don't challenge them. You just like let it go just to keep the peace, So you're all still speaking at the next Christmas or Thanksgiving or whatever the hell it is. Right, I'm going to get another beer. This one I will save and open in front of you all so you can hear the wonderful sound that is a can of lager, domestic lager, cracking. Right. I just opened it again. I forgot. Cheers. Yes. Could you guys hear it? I forgot to sit down and then open it. I just opened it too soon. Anyway, Chuck D, Glauncher, your good health. Right, so everyone that has a paid account and access to GMI that wants a free grace on the stream, have you put your entry in. Last chance. Right, okay. So here we go. Let's get in the right box. No, wait. The apostrophe goes at the beginning. Tom Play 2 as follows. Thank you for the follow. Right, is that everyone that wants to enter? Have you entered? Follow so they could enter. No problem. Don't worry about it. You can unfollow again if you want. It's cool. The only reason it's on follower only, we just, for 2 years, had nothing but, hey, buy followers from us and blah, blah, and spam artists and all that bullshit. So I just set it to follower only and it got rid of most of it, so. You need hashtag loot, please, Tom Play, if you want to be entered. There you go. There you go. Right, is that everyone? Is everyone done? Right, here we go. Camel 1 has won the grace. Congratulations. Yes, I always got the number of ones he has on his name wrong. So it's now become a meme for the channel. Right, Camel, get your buy order in, sir. I will accept no excuse other than I'm in the pub for not putting your buy order in now. Let me know when your buy order is up and running, and I will sell you, and the name, obviously, of the character, and I will give you the grace. How to do it? Okay, so click on GMI. When it eventually opens, then you go search, type in Grace, set to general, like so, and you'll see Grace. Then you click on create buy order, price per unit 1, create buy order. That's it. That's all you got to do. And then tell me the name of the character's name that you did that on. And I'll do the rest. We've got 16 more to give away. We started with 52 in January. And we've given one away every week since. Never missed a week. Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll stay on until you're done, and then we'll get it sorted. If you've done it correctly, you go to My Orders, and you'll see buy order for 1, price at 1. Quality level for a grace is kind of irrelevant, really. It's I think, technically a crafting item. Something weird like that, anyway. I remember when you sell it, let's go to sell. Let's see what the price is like at the moment. 121 billion credits. So when you sell it, you'll get 120 billion and change. Virtually 121. I mean, look, that's what you actually get. Obviously, that sends your account balance into the red on GMI, and I'll explain how to get around that if you want to carry on buying and selling on that character. Or you can just withdraw 1 billion at a time and trade it to other characters for them to put into GMI for them to buy things. It's up to you. Yeah, there you go. Playboy Fixer is having some kind of party. A GSP streaming? Are they? I don't know. I think they might be. Yes, they're live at the moment. So to find GSP, very simply, Google grid. What? Grid? No, grid. Grid screen protections. Like that. Click on there. Go to their site. Click on the Tune In button. And then hit the play button. Let's roll. Obviously, I'll have to stop there because copyright. And then you can send requests for songs and stuff like that. And everybody else that's dancing is listening to those tunes, etc. So, yeah, great stuff. Gammy Fix 1. Okay, so I'm going to click on Sell. Now, if I click on Sell to Quick Order, I make a lot of money that I don't need. So we go to Order Details, and we scroll, if I can grab it, yep, the way down, and look for Gam Fix 1. Confirm this is you, please, Mr. Gamel 11111111. Yes, 111111111111. There we go. And for 1 credit, pew. There you go. You are now the proud owner of a nice shiny Grace, which you can exchange for game time, 30 days, 28 days, whatever it is, and or sell it to the highest bidder for many, many, many lots of creds. Now, once you have those creds, if you do not have either A portable market terminal, or B, a Sunrise apartment, to save yourself having to run back and forth from email terminal to the GMI terminal, take yourself to the Unicorn Defense Hub. Then head east until the first path. Turn to your right, which is south, and enter the room with the table and chairs. Stand on this line. You might have to... There you go. And then 1 tap across, you can open GMI, and you can open the mail system. So now, when you're looking at 120 whatever billion and you're overdrawn, You just keep going withdraw 999 999 999 and keep doing it until you get down to just under 4 billion. When you do, you create a buy order for something that can't be sold. So any kind of backpack, a no drop item, what have you. Personally, I make them for a grace because you're going to make a smaller price. Then you create a buy order that sucks up all the credits. Then you withdraw them all from the email system. Absolutely under no circumstances leave credits in the mail system, because if the email expires, and it will, you have lost the credits. There's no getting them back. GM, whatever, they're gone. So keep going until eventually you've emptied all the credits back, and each time you do, you modify your buy orders. So here's a buy order. You click on modify, and then you change the price, and then click on the modify buy order amount. And that's how you store credits on GMI to get around the completely ineffective anti-inflation fix, which was to limit everyone to 4 billion, which did absolutely nothing but make it our sake to have lots of credits in a game that has trillions upon trillions of credits in it, because it's 22 years old. So hey, so there we go. Public information done. Stream done. Let's see. Is anyone streaming Anarchy online? Let's have a look. Me and Rubicar live feed. Well, I would raid them because they seem like a nice person, but basically it's a static camera with nobody talking. Oh, Lost. Yeah, she's great. I like this lady. I'm not interested in the advert, so we'll just give that a second. We'll go right here. What's she playing? Thief. Oh, yeah, she plays like lots of old RPGs and stuff, and she's really cool. I like her. I think she's really nice. So we're going to go raid Lost for want of anything else. So there we go. You're in the raid. Go say hi. Give him a hello. A lovely person. So here's
I'd have to think. I also
the Slovian.
Oh, you
not
heard
Slovakian.
Thank you very
Slovian.
much.
Different country. Right next to Italy.
I've not heard you say get to the chopper, but you do say duh.
I think she's lovely anyway. So we're going to go raid them. All aboard. Go say hi. Give us some love. Playing the original Thief game by the look of it, which is cool. So we'll go raid them. Everyone say hi. Maybe give them a follow. I mean, they're really nice. They deserve way more followers than they've got. So let's go. Thank you all. I will see you. I'm trying to do Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturdays, but work is being work. And it's not happening every time, so it is what it is. But hey, got to pay the bills, right? So yes, I'll see you all absolutely on Saturday next week. I'll try and get the other 2 streams in as well. But it is finger in the wind, and this time of year work is busy because I deal with emergency calls, and guess what? When the weather changes, there's more of them. So yeah, there we are. We're going to go raid now, folks. So, love you all. Thanks for being here. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the gift subs. Thank you for the resubs. Thank you for the new follows. And I will see you all in the next one.